The moon phases could be significant for you this month. Okay, he just fell out. Looking at those two moons above the High Priestess's head here. Okay. Right. Magician fell out again. Yes, so you're going to manifest whatever you think at the moment. It's going to come to you. You're going to. It's going to be very easy for you to manifest in the material world. So make sure your thoughts and your everything aren't on a broken heart, because that's exactly what you'll end up exasperating at this time. Okay, if your heart has been broken by 3 separate situations, 3 thoughts, three actions here of some kind. Do your best to balance out yourself as best you can. Like if you've been inside, in bed, time to get up for a little while. Vice versa, if you've been out and trying to keep yourself busy and trying not to think about the situation, might be time to take a little bit of a rest, that sort of thing. Yeah, be careful, because the swords are your natural fallback. So you could be, if you do focus on this 3 of swords, it could feel and seem infinitely worse than it already is. Not that the 3 of swords isn't a bad situation. It's not a very nice place for anyone to be in. So if you find that's you, make sure you're not going over it and going over it and going over it in your head, because it's going to be make it infinitely seem worse for you. Okay. You want balance and reciprocity in this situation, okay? So maybe you're not feeling like this situation's very balanced for you at all. Balance is very keenly indicated with the Magician and the High Priestess there. So you might find that financially you didn't get a good deal in some sort of situation, or you feel someone's giving to somebody else and not yourself, and or vice versa. You may be giving to some people and not to others at this period of time. Maybe you're wanting to put the scales of justice in somebody else's face here and be able to look after other people here. Make sure you try and aim for balance as best you can. No matter the situation that's happened here in the past, it's really important to try and get balance in all things at the moment for you. Your own health, safety, your mental clarity, emotional clarity, that sort of thing. Okay, so yeah, you could have been dealing with a fixed sign here, Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, or Scorpio, excuse me, it took me a second, okay. You could be wanting to, you might manifest world travel here. You might have dealt with somebody from another country here, someone on one of those signs. You want to have the world at your feet as well when it comes to finances as well. You want to be able to afford to do what you want when you'd like. You might be very much in your head at the moment, very very stuck on this broken heart, okay? So yes, it's very, very much time to call on your intuition, your heartfelt feelings as best you can. Heal your heart too in this month as best you can. Look at heart healing energy things from YouTube, or call on friends that might be able to help you out through this situation. See if you can stop yourself if you found that you've been all day, or you've been thinking about is your broken heart. See if you can take yourself out of just the situation just for a second and give yourself a break. Okay, that's going to help you a lot. Watch your diet as well. I'm getting through. Be careful of excesses in any way. Even overeating or overspending. Drinking, that sort of thing, anything that could be used in excess that will numb you for a little while, but actually lead to making things worse off for you in the long run. If you're finding you're doing that, see if you can't moderate your behaviour a little bit as best you can. If you're finding that you're looking at the same 4 walls all the time too, it's another big one. It's time to change your scenery slightly, okay? Get out and see something a bit different as best you can. All right. So more advice, please, Gemini. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so you could have been dealing either with a Virgo here or an Aries that popped up in the pre-shuffle. So yeah, it might be time to realise that you are an absolutely beautiful being, exactly who you are and what you stand for, okay? You've had to, if you're starting to pull yourself out of this, you've had to get untold strength, immense strength to be able to do so. And I think people are going to acknowledge exactly how you've come out of this situation, no matter what it is, whether it be work, love life, or whatever other thing that's come at you here. As I said, be careful of not becoming too cold and a bit stony, as in, a bit stone-like, a bit too authoritarian around people, because that's going to put you way out of balance as well. It's going to have people back off a lot on you. If you're a bit snappy and that sort of thing, people aren't going to want to have you in their company for too long, that sort of thing. But also, in this, the other side of this is people are coming to you with advice or actually acknowledging just how well you've done for yourself here. Yeah, I think it's going to take keeping a lid on your emotions, but also acknowledging your emotions as well. Don't disregard how you feel, okay? It's really important to really tap into how you feel, but it's also really important not to react extremely from those emotions, okay? Yeah, so being the twins here, balance up those both sides of yourself, the male and female, the dark, the light, that sort of thing. You're going to have to aim towards some sort of stability in the middle here. As I said, be really careful about either going from one extreme from your emotions and then going into your head too much, okay? Because your mind will exasperate your emotions and your emotions will exasperate your mind. Yeah, just see if you can keep some sort of balance there as best you can, okay? It's time to move out of all the troubled thoughts that you've been having, okay? Even if you need to go get counselling or some sort of assistance, as coffee with a friend or something in chat, or a tarot card reading that might be able to help you in some way, anything, whatever it be. It's a change of scenery can do wonders, even if it's for a short period of time. You're definitely you're starting to get some enthusiasm behind you to move out of these troubled thoughts that have been hindering you now. You want to get out of these really deep emotions, okay? It's not a natural state for you to be in really deep emotions as well. So you want to get more into your head. As I said, just be really careful of that you don't get too analytical and cut off your heart at this stage. Chakra balancing, like you start with this, do the 7th chakra, that sort of balancing. Go get a massage if you feel like you're not too vulnerable in that position, that sort of thing. Reiki treatment, something like that, something you haven't done before, I think, too. Anything that's a little bit novel at the moment, not too excessively novel, but something that's a little bit novel will take you out of any repetitive thing that you might be going through here. All right, any more advice for Gemini, please? Thank you. Yes, because this is naturally your card too here, so balancing the male and female sides of yourself, and also maybe focusing too wholly and solely on gathering that divine union, or healing from a broken relationship of some kind. You might be single and have been for a while, and you're just constantly saying to yourself, I'll never find that partner or something like that, and or you've just come out of a relationship here and it's consuming you a bit. Also, just to be on the opposite too, so my energy feels quite low when I'm doing this. I felt, it's very interesting. So I sort of feel it's coming from some sort of broken heart situation. But on the other hand here is you could be heading into union with somebody in the near future. You could be coming into union with yourself. Okay, acknowledging all sides of yourself and really getting to know yourself a lot better as well. Only you know what's going to be going on here. Yes, because you are and always have been the ruler of your own life here. You can and do have the ability to manifest whatever you want into this world. If you feel the world is not giving you your due, I think you're going to start to work very hard to make sure you achieve that in the future. It's also a good indication to get out into the sunlight, to acknowledge nature in all its beauty and bounty as best you can. Surround yourself with nothing but positive things of beauty, okay? Remove anything that doesn't make you feel good, clothing, items, that sort of thing. And bring in things that make you feel good. It doesn't have to cost a lot of money. You can, go to the thrift shop or the op shop or whatever. Doesn't have to be brand new, but also clothes, comfortable clothes are really indicated as well. And also eat seasonally is something else that's popped into my head as well. Eat the bounty of the season. Buy local, that sort of thing. Okay, with those crops at the bottom there coming to beautiful harvest time there. So yeah, you might be seeing the harvest, the fruits of your labours come through at this time as well, after a period of being a little bit out of whack, okay? So my energy's starting to lift now. So I sort of feel like maybe by September, your energy is going to be lifting in a big way. You're going to start to see the fruits of your labour. You're going to start to move out of these negative thought patterns. You may even be starting to think at the beginning of the month, thinking about making world travel or some sort of travel, and you're actually heading off on that trip come mid, or you're starting to really get the plans organised for yourself. I think you're going to be really balancing the two sides of yourself, the male and female sides of yourself, but also you might find that people come and end up being quite good matches for you. Now, this can be a work match, as in someone that's helping you out at work. You might end up meeting a new friend who you become very, very good friends with here. You might find a love partner of some kind. I think by the second half of September, the energy that you have is going to be very different to the beginning here. Resurrection of a partnership. Okay, whatever is destined for you, okay, there's going to be some sort of upturned events in some way come mid to late September for you, okay? Make sure you always keep your mindset on what you do want instead of what you don't want, okay? There is an inevitable pitfalls on the road, I know, I appreciate that. But the more we focus on what we don't want with our brain, and you being very strong thought-minded sign, being Gemini here, the more you focus on what you don't have is exactly what you'll end up with, okay, which can lead you into an emotional spiral down. So start to envision what you do want, that 10 of Cups scenario that's really important to you. What do you really want from life here? Oh, sorry, I hit the camera. Yeah, so as I said, I'm feeling my heart and my shoulders and everything feeling a lot lighter now. I felt very heavy at the beginning, and I don't normally take on that much energy when I'm doing a reading, but see, it's also maybe affecting me because I'm a Gemini moon. Okay, so any more advice, please, for Gemini? All right. Yeah. So I think by the end of the month, you're going to be seeing they're waiting for positive outcomes, and I think they're on their way. I always see this Three of Wands cards, very fiery, very happy, bright, sunny daylight. That person's well dressed, and they've still got their hand on that passionate inspiration there. So they're waiting. They're not waiting there for no reason. They know that this bounty is coming their way. So yes, it's just a matter of waiting a little bit longer. So it might take into October, November, whatever it is here, for the full bounty to come through that you've put out with your intentions. But it's definitely coming back towards you, okay? Wow. Okay. So whether you've just decided that's it, I've had enough, I'm moving away, I want to manifest, moving out of negative thought. Okay, just make a conscious decision. I'm moving out of negative thought. I want my world to change. I want to be able to manifest what I want into this world by just even making that positive mindset change. Things are going to change rapidly, absolutely incredibly instant. You may even feel like it's ordained, destined, out of your hands, okay? So make sure what you're manifesting with that Magician card is a world or your life that you want, okay? What are you saying to yourself? What do you really want, okay? Because things are going to change rapidly. They're going to change very quickly here. Okay, now the Tower is a card that can go either way. Like whatever that old life is going to come crashing down in some way. Okay, it could be involving you and a partner. Like it could have to break that the way the relationship was down to the ground again, and it will be rebuilt. That's the one thing about the Tower, is it will be rebuilt, and hopefully this next time, not necessarily so, but hopefully this next time will be built on a lot more stable ground. Okay, so something's going to come through, and I feel like it's the second half of September that something's going to happen. It might put you a little bit off kilter when it does, okay? You may not believe it. Like it could be a sudden influx of money, or you might suddenly hear from your partner that you haven't heard from for years. You could suddenly lose your job and then put you in a position where you have to find other work, which will end up leading you to along a path that's maybe more suited towards you, okay? Could be anything here. All right, you could be in a relationship and it suddenly ends, you suddenly break up or some kind, okay? So it could be any of those extremes. Well, it's going to be a sudden lead to the Ten of Cups. So here am I saying on the negative? No, suddenly you're going to find that you're happy. You've got a happy home, you've got a happy life, you've got everything that you want, bounty, beauty, gorgeousness around you. You are the Queen of Queens sitting on your throne. You are beauty personified, basically. It looks like a coming together of a relationship here. They're going to appreciate your beauty and realise just who you are, and vice versa. You're going to work together as a team, family reunions, people that you haven't seen in your family for a long period of time. Big changes coming for you by the end of September here, Gemini. So yeah, I'm feeling completely different now. Feeling really positive and excited for the month of September now. Yeah, so it's all looking really good on that front. So yeah, at the beginning, you're going to be still heartbroken about something. You're going to be very much in your feels. You're going to be very much in your head. You're going to have to, if you keep a lid on your emotions and keep those thoughts headed towards that Ten of Cups, whatever it is for you, there will be rapid change on some form. I think it will be out of your hands. It may come from another person, another situation, another event will come down. Something will happen. Could be wrapped, over a matter of moments, over a matter of days. You're going to see that your world changes very differently. Okay. Oh, okay. Didn't expect that. Be careful during this Tower moment that you don't get stuck in the negative thoughts and the negative emotions. Excuse me. Okay. If you focus too much on your thoughts and in your mind, you're going to end up trapped and feeling like you don't have much choice in the situation. You're going to feel a little bit caged. Okay. So if you can keep those thoughts to a minimum here, I think you're going to find that things actually work out for you. Now that lady in that card, if she would just, move in any direction at all, just even twitch, basically those bindings would fall off her and she'd be able to see clearly that she's not as trapped as she would like to think. Also, all these negative thoughts and this trappedness is in the past, and now she has ability to move forward. There is still like a sword in front here, so the past's not going to be completely plain sailing. Okay, there is still things that might need to be dealt with, maybe need to talk about certain things that might have happened in the past, whether with friends, with this other individual or whatever. But there's going to be all those negative thoughts, or all those thoughts that kept her trapped are going to end up being a thing of the past. So that's really, really good. And you're going to end up being handed or manifest some sort of new passionate start in some way here. Enthusiasm will come back to your life. you'll find that you have a zest for life again that you may not have felt for quite some time. So that's really, really good news off the back of that. I hope that all works out beautifully for you there, Gemini. Okay, so we're going to have a look at any love blocks that might be affecting this. Responsibility. It's not what happens, it's what you do about it. Yes, it's not what happens. So something's going to happen or something has happened in the past. It's how you react or deal with the situation that matters. Okay, it's going to be up to you and your mindset on how this plays out. Okay, so I'm also going to get some abundance cards here with guidance. Abundance for Gemini. Abundance for Gemini. You can see he also looks like the magician too. Very magician-y looking character. Also could be the hermit as well, going inside. Virgo. Okay. All right. So abundance for Gemini. Quiet retreat, yeah, could be the hermit, going within, going internally here, checking in, seeing how you really think and feel, tempering your emotions, getting out of your own way. It's time to disconnect from the outer world so that you can discern and process your true thoughts and feelings from your inner world. Create this quiet time for yourself and you'll have more clarity about what to do next. Yes, disconnect from social media as best you can. Don't watch the news, don't watch anything, don't bring any negativity into your world. Cut down on things that are violent in your life, anything that's going to affect you and put you maybe in a more negative space than you need to be. Quiet retreat, go outside, go for a walk, lunchtime for a quick moment, can even be moments or it can be hours depending on what you feel like you need to do. A weekend in to just have time to yourself, it's going to help a lot. And focus on your priorities. Where you put your focus is where you receive your outcome. Your priorities are calling to you, which may produce a feeling of anxiety unless you give them the time and attention they and you deserve. Even a small amount of time devoted to your priorities will help you feel better and more confident. Yes, so if the workload's been piling up, you haven't had time to do this, that or the other, it looks like you need to put small amounts of time into your to-do list or your priorities. Your priorities could be to check in with yourself, to rest, to recuperate, or it could be to get out more, whatever it be. Just by doing little bits each day, it then becomes not such a massive job. Like you might be spending all weekend cleaning your house, and if you just did a little bit each day, that sort of thing, it wouldn't be such a big job on the weekend and you'd have more time to rest and relax. Okay. We're also going to have a look at the power thoughts surrounding this. So positive affirmation for Gemini. Positive affirmation for Gemini. Thank you. Okay, Gemini. Life is simple and easy. All that I need to know at any given moment is revealed to me. I trust myself and I trust life. All is well. Okay? Life is simple and easy. Don't complicate your life. Don't make things harder than they need to be at the moment. You need to be taking really good care of yourself and trying to balance out your life as best you can. No excesses, no adding extra things to your to-do list, trying to achieve everything at once, that sort of thing. Make sure you're doing little bits at a time. Don't put too much expectation on yourself to achieve everything in one day.